I got tough questions, we had people interrupt, say sometimes weren't so pleasant, but you show up, you do your job. That's what your job is when you're Tom Tillis and you're Addis Gonzalez. You show up, and I can guarantee you one thing, they are not going to show up in this congressional district, they're not going to show up in Rowan County, because they can't answer to the people. Virginia Fox said it best. She said with her, for town halls, she said, I'm not going to do town halls because they're just going to yell at me. And of course they are, because when your job is to do whatever Donald Trump tells you to do, people are going to yell, they're going to be upset. I want to thank Scott Huffman, who I believe is really the example nationwide for how you run for Congress in an uphill district. He made his opponents take notice, respond, and that's what we need a lot more of, especially in tough districts like the ones he ran in. Addison McDowell is literally the poster child for getting to Congress because of support for Trump. He was endorsed by Trump for Congress before he even announced he was running for Congress. So when it comes down to a vote for what Donald Trump wants to do or what's best for North Carolina, I can promise you he's going to do whatever is best for Donald Trump. And Tom Tillis the same. But let me tell you, folks, I am angry. I'm mad. I'm running for the U.S. Senate because we've got a president shredding the Constitution in the Oval Office. We got a president who is deliberately tanking our economy with tariffs that are absolutely horrible for North Carolina families. We're talking about $3,000 to $4,000 a year tax increases for working families in our state, all to go to pay for tax cuts for billionaires. And speaking of billionaires, we have an unelected billionaire rampaging through our federal government, slashing the programs that all of us rely on. And who do we have to thank for so much of it? This guy right here, Tom Tillis. Because we know Tom Tillis will say one thing, and then he will do the other. And when the chips are down, Tom Tillis lays down for Donald Trump, for Elon Musk, and for policies that are horrible for our state. That's why I'm running for the U.S. Senate. And I want to talk about Tom Tillis' votes. He said he didn't like the tariffs. Oh, no, these are bad for North Carolina, really bad for North Carolina farmers. But then he voted for the tariffs twice. He said he didn't want to support Pete Hegseth for Secretary of Defense. Remember that? And then at the last minute, he flipped his vote when Donald Trump and Elon Musk pressured him to vote. So we know he is not representing North Carolina families. And for me, this was no time to sit on the sidelines. And I got to tell you, I know how to win tough races. In the last Congress, I flipped one of just 6 Republican seats from red to blue. So we've done it once. We know how to do this again. And with your help, we're going to make sure we send Tom Tillis packing.